All right, check it out, check it out. So we got the dreaded double doorway on an angle with vinyl plank flooring. So how are we going to go ahead and get this cut in? I'm going to walk you right through it, so don't worry about a thing. First things first, let's get your vinyl plank and line it right up with those door jambs there. Now we took a multi-tool and did an undercut. Whoa, you see those shoes that just walked by right there, them Jordans? I got a story about that dude right there. You're going to like this one. Anyway, let me get back into this here. So we undercut the door jambs and we slid the plank under it just enough. Now we know we got about 2 inches of overlap on the new vinyl plank sitting on top of the old planks. So now that I got it tucked under these door jambs, I'm going to go ahead and cut little V shapes out of them. And I'm cutting it about an inch hefty right now. See, I'm kind of waving it out there a little bigger than necessary. That's because those are going to slide much further in there once I get those chiseled out. So I'm just using that as a template. And then over here I got an angled doorway, so let me just lob a triangle off right here. A lot of this I'm able to do with experience, but if you are new to this, you've never had to deal with this before, create a template, rough cut your template, and then trace your template on top of your vinyl plank. But check this out. Now we're going to take our tin snips here, and I just like using those because I think they're easy to cut the planks. Look, I got to throw my foot into it and everything to go ahead and snap that off. Now we're going to go ahead and cut those little V shapes off, get rid of that bark there. Back to what I was saying though, create a template. In many cases, you could take the box from your vinyl plank flooring and just cut a nice, perfect vinyl-sized cardboard cutout. Use that to line up to the door jambs because it's real easy to just cut that out with your knife. Once you have it cut perfectly, you could sit that on top of the plank and just shape it out from there. But with this one, I was able to visually line it up with what I need. Now let's see if I actually did it right or not. Chances are I probably have to cut a little more off when it's all said and done, but we'll find out shortly. So we got the first V cut out. Let's go ahead and cut out this second V and see if we could get it on round one. So just work it down with the snips there. Cut that little chunk off. Look at it, just creating a hot mess here. Look, this is crazy. All right, cut it a little bit more. Snap that side off. Oh, that was nice. Almost there. Let's do one more here. Get that little bit of bark out of the scene. All right, now, in theory, we should be good to go if I did my job right. We don't know if I did my job right. So let's go ahead and get you a good angle here. You can see what's going on. I'm going to flip that around. Slide it up under there. Just finesse it into place. Looks a little snug, so we might have to trim just a little bit off of that. Is that the case? Can I even get it back out of there? Yeah, there we go. Now let's get it back under there. Get it back out. All right, looks like we got to trim a little more off. Bear with me here. We got to get this final result because I'm going to show you how to lock it together once we get it in place as well. So I'm going to trim a little more. Get that out of the way. Spin it around. Let's slide it under there. And boom, look at that. Now we got to get it to lock into place. Here's the trick. So let me get you another angle here so you can see what's going on. It's lined up, but it is not interlocked. So everything's good to go. We just got to start applying that pressure there. So we're going to bring a dummy plank into play here. Lock it on, smack it with a hammer to make sure it holds everything into place. Bring in my little pry bar too. Use that where necessary. Just applying a little bit of pressure on the seam with my knife there. Not actually cutting it, just using the back side of the blade to go ahead and push that down there. Now, let's go ahead and spin this. We know exactly where the main pressure point is going to be. That's going to be give me a little bit of a difficult time to lock that on. That's okay. I'll show you how to get past that. Create a dummy plank, snap it off, lock it onto the vinyl plank. Get a hammer. Let's go ahead and smack that first half together. Alrighty. First half is locked on. Now we got to get it in the doorway here. This is where it's a little tricky because I can't get enough oomph with the hammer there. We got the old carpet in the way, a couple little obstacles, but that's okay. We're going to get into it here. Now we're going to lift up on the one side, just creating that pressure on it. And then we're going to go ahead and smack that cut edge with the hammer. And we could get away with that because there's going to be a reducer on top of that. Look at that. Boom. Popped right into place. Everything is good. Oh, there's the final product. So in short, if you're new to this, use a template. But if you got some skills and you want to go ahead and give it the chippity chop, break out that knife, use the 10 snips, and go to work on it. Be sure to check into tomorrow's video. I'll tell you about that dude that walked by with them Jordan shoes. All bad, but all funny.